If you don't know how to use a walkie, you're gonna stick out. Welcome back to Set PA 101, where we talk about everything you need to know as a PA on set. I'm Jordan, your friendly neighborhood AED, and last video we talked about 25 terms you need to know. Now we're gonna take a look at a PA's greatest tool, the walkie. Now, this knob is for power and volume. You'll turn it on and adjust the volume here. This one changes what walkie channel you're on. So as a newer PA, you don't really have to worry about the other channels too much, and just know that you are on channel 1 with production unless someone tells you otherwise. So we'll cover the different channels in another video. And on the side here is the button to talk. You hold it up and hello, hello, check, check. On the very bottom is the battery release. So you slide it over, push it down and release the battery. Take it off and then put a new battery or hot brick on. Ta-da. And on this side, you might have a panel covering this, but these are the ports where you plug in your earpiece. And as a PA, you'll most likely be expected to wear one of these. Surveillance, or servo, is the earpiece that goes from the walkie to your ear. Starting out, you'll get one from whoever gives you your walkie. However, once you're PAing regularly, it's a good idea to get your own. So when you get your walkie, you plug in your surveillance and run it over and into your ear. I like to keep the wire under the back of my shirt, clipped to my collar, and the microphone clipped to the front of my shirt. Now sometimes that's not practical depending on your outfit, but do your best to keep the wire out of your way and your mic easily accessible. And it's important to note, if you're using a surveillance, the talk button on the side of the walkie won't work. You'll need to use the surveillance mic. Once you have your surveillance set up, put your walkie on your waist, turn it on, listen for the beep, make sure you're on channel 1, and do a walkie check. You hold your mic, say walkie check on the walkie, let go, and wait for someone to respond with,
good check.
Now this ensures your walkie is on and working. Make sure every time you press your mic, you wait for 1 beat before you start talking, and you keep it held down the whole time you talk. And when you're responding to something, you say, copy. Copy that, or copy you. This is the equivalent of saying, okay, got it. Do not copy if you don't actually understand the assignment. So,
can someone bring the directions some water, please?
Copy that. That means I heard you and I'll take care of it. It is now your personal responsibility as the one who copied. Now, this doesn't just apply to the walkie. You'll say copy a lot on set. However, it's very important to say copy on the walkie when you accept a task so everyone knows you're handling it. Otherwise, people won't know if the task is actually being taken care of. And if you hear steppage or you got stepped on, this means 2 people just tried to talk at once on the walkie and it canceled each other out. So it just sounded like garbled jumble. So if you just talked and you hear
steppage,
wait a couple beats in case whoever else was talking had something more important to say, then repeat your message as clear and concise as possible. Copy on the water.
Hey Jordan.
Go for Jordan. This is how you respond when someone calls you on the walkie. For example, I might say Jordan for Eric, and Eric would go
for Eric.
If Eric didn't hear me, he might say
go again,
which means please repeat what you just said. Hey Eric, what's your 20? What's your 20? Or eyes on. This is asking for a location.
I'm a crafty.
Copy that. Now, when someone asks,
does anyone have a 20 on Darren?
Or
anyone have eyes on Darren?
Wait a couple beats to see if anyone knows, then say searching or looking and actively go look for that person. As you search, you can call out areas they're not. So they're not at Crafty, so other PAs know to check elsewhere. Always say searching when looking for a crew member that we can't find, and then go actually look. Switch to 2. This is very important. This means the person wants you to switch your walkie to channel 2 for a private conversation. Either it's personal and not everyone needs to hear it, or it's too long of a conversation for channel 1. So,
Jordan, switch to 2.
I say, switching, switch my walkie to channel 2, then I say, I'm on 2, and we proceed to have a conversation about whatever. At the end of it, one of us will say,
switching back to 1,
copy, back to 1, and we both switch channels back to 1. Now, try not to get stuck on channel 2. It can happen to all of us, but you will get left in the dark. If you don't hear anything on the walkie for a while, double check that you're on channel 1, your volume is up, your earpiece is in, and you aren't accidentally holding down your talk button. Because if you are, you're keying. Now this drives everyone on Walkie crazy. It means someone has accidentally started pressing their mic and everyone hears static or random conversations. Or even worse, you going 10-1. So if you hear,
Someone was keen on channel 1.
and you didn't hear static in your ear, it was probably you. So make sure to watch your mic. And now please don't sit on it, don't lean against it, don't do any of that. However, something you should definitely do is echo. Now this refers to calling out certain key phrases you hear on the walkie. Not everyone is on channel 1 and the rest of the crew needs to hear vital information. That's why as a PA, you'll echo those phrases. The most important ones are rolling and cut. If you're anywhere near the set, when those words are being said on walkie, you echo out rolling, cut. Now let's talk about the most important rules when it comes to the walkie. Rule number 1, always be listening. Even if you're in conversation with someone else, listen to your walkie so you can keep up with what's going on. Rule number 2, talk as little as possible. Even if you do have to talk, you keep it short and concise. Copy. Copy water flying in. He's at Crafty. If you do have to have a conversation longer than a short sentence, switch to 2. Hey Eric, switch to 2.
Switching. I'm on 2.
Hey Eric, I'm about to go on a Crafty run. Can you tell me what snacks we're low on?
Oh yeah, we definitely need more goldfish, sprinkles, and LaCroix. And blah, 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 blah.
Copy. Awesome. Let's switch back to 1.
Back to 1.
And finally, whatever you do, don't lose your walkie. These suckers are expensive, like way more than your day rate. So make sure to keep good track of it. All right, that was a rundown of your most useful tool as a PA. Next video, we talk about a PA's most important task, lockups. So make sure to watch that. And if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below.
And cut.
Awesome. Do you guys know when a joke becomes a dad joke?
What?
When it becomes apparent. Awesome. Cool. I think let's...